At the motor show, and here we have the BYD Atto 3. Now, anyone here in Thailand has probably been wondering why this has sold out so quickly, and there have been queues of people at the dealership that we've seen in the papers across the country. So here I've got a few specs of it and we'll have a look at it. To be honest, this is probably one of the most interesting cars at this motor show. So firstly, let's have a look. The Atto 3 comes in an extended range version here, standard, and this is being imported directly. The price is just under 1.2 million baht. You get first class insurance for 1 year. The warranty on the car is 8 years or 160,000 kilometers. The battery warranty is also 8 years and 160,000 kilometers. And you also get 8 years and 160,000 kilometers maintenance, labor and spare parts with this vehicle as well. You also get a home charger and an electric extension cable as well, and 24-hour support service for 8 years. So BYD have come into Thailand really aggressive. As most people know, a lot of the population is of Chinese descent, so this makes sense for this type of market. You also get a range of about 480 kilometers on this vehicle as well. So let's have a quick look around it and we'll see why this vehicle is so interesting, and you'll probably see that this is the reason why so many people have bought it. Right, let's take a look at the styling of this. To be honest, it looks a bit like a French car to me. It resembles more of a Peugeot than a Chinese vehicle, but as we know, the Chinese tend to take inspiration from a lot of European cars. So firstly, here we have a full LED headlight set up here and brushed aluminium coming across the headlight and across the front with a chrome BYD grille. Obviously there's no radiator because it is electric. We have no fog lights here, but there are parking sensors incorporated in this black cladding around here. Now, for the BYD, you're only going to get the top spec model. So what you see here is what you get. These 18-inch wheels come as standard. They come in a brushed aluminium look with gloss black inserts. BYD here have gone for a full styling package. So you have these really intricate and futuristic designed alloy wheels. They look very nice in the showroom. I don't know how they would stand up in the real world, especially with all of the stones that you find on Thai roads as well. The side of the car here, you have BYD design in a brushed aluminium badge, and you also get LED turn signals as well. And now this is why the BYD Atto 3 is the most interesting car here at the motor show. It's this amazing interior. They've really thought about the design here. Everything is just something that you wouldn't see in any other car. It's like they've taken the inspiration from exotic cars like a Bugatti and tried to replicate that in a very cheap way. So here we have these air vents that are brushed aluminium, and they come down with these semicircles here, and you can adjust it. What I think is amazing is you have the speakers here and you have these connections running through here. Replicate music, to replicate a guitar or some kind of musical instrument. It looks fantastic, but again, I don't know how that would stand up in the real world use. You've also got gloss black here and brushed aluminium, but this is actually plastic. You can kind of see the cheapness in it here, where it looks like it's just been glued together. So let's see how long that lasts. So let's take a closer look inside. So this is the first time I've sat in this vehicle, and I will say that the seats are really soft and padded. They are electric. This blue, red and cream design here with brushed aluminium and gloss black is going to be standard no matter what color package you get. You've got this gear shifter here. which resembles like a plane or something like that. It feels really nice and quite good. The steering wheel is chunky. You've got the horn in the middle here, and you've got your cruise control, lane keeping assist, crash mitigation systems here as well. The actual speedometer is this tiny little screen here. It feels okay. It's not as big as that. I would say it's about 4 inches big. This is going to be standard. You can't spec anything larger than that. You do get this big screen, center screen in the middle, and that should come with the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, hopefully. If not, maybe you can connect your Chinese smartphone to it. You've got all the buttons down here. They feel quite nice quality. Some of these chrome buttons here feel a little bit cheap, but you know, this is the vehicle. You've got cup holders here, wireless phone charger here. These fantastic air vents carry on throughout the vehicle, everywhere you go. So let me adjust the seat to my seating position here, and we'll see what it feels like in the rear. I have to say that the center console, this feels nice quality. When you lift it up, that's very damped. It'll stay wherever you put it. So that's something different. Up here it's all black, get a full panoramic sunroof. Let's see if that works or not. So these are just touch sensitive buttons. They're not actual buttons that you would press. So the mirror again is in a gloss black housing, and this looks to be an auto dim mirror as well. So the spec is pretty good. So one interesting thing I like about this vehicle is how you get out of it. So Ford have come up with one that's down here, the lever, but BYD, you push here, then the door opens. Fantastic. Let's see how this lasts over a 5 or 10 year period and how much it costs to change. You also get LEDs here light up and extra speakers up here as well. In the rear you won't be disappointed because the design doesn't stop at the front, it carries on back here. You see the back of these seats, these are sporty looking seats here with actual leather or synthetic leather at the back with the blue and then the red stitching following through, gloss black inserts. You still have these really fantastic door handles so you can open and close the door. You also have speakers in the rear with these LED lights here. It seems quite firm. Maybe, I don't think the kids could break that. You have the speakers down here, and again these strings attached to make it look like some sort of a guitar. Sitting back, okay, I'm 5'11". This is how the seat would be for me driving it, and in the rear it seems pretty good as well for this a vehicle of this kind of size. It is quite nice actually. You have BYD design down here, and it looks like a USB-A and USB-C port at the back here for charging any gadgets as well. At the rear quarter you have this brushed aluminium panel here which breaks up the roof line to the rear quarter panel. I think this looks quite nice. Again, it feels plasticky. I don't know if this is going to scratch up or not. You get roof rails at the top here and a shark fin aerial. Black cladding around the arches, again because this is a small crossover SUV. Build your dreams, BYD across the back here. Then you have the Atto 3 badges here, and of course the EV badge right here. You have a full LED rear light with a light bar that comes across here, so this is going to look pretty fantastic at night. I do like this silver color, it does set the car off quite nicely. And here you have parking sensors and the rear reversing camera down here. These bumpers, they're very interesting. I don't know how they're going to live up in the real world, because generally when you see these things in the showroom, they look really nice, but when it comes to actually cleaning it and keeping this clean and shiny, it tends to be different. Boot space seems to be very limited here. This is a removable tray, so if we lift it up there is more room beneath it because there is no spare wheel. But you could get some fairly decent luggage in here, but don't expect it to be as roomy as some of its competitors.